Welcome to Prince Maths Clinic, the e-learning solution at your pace and time. Good day and welcome once again to class. Today we shall be considering how to solve a non-standard quadratic equation. In this question, we are to find the sum of all the real values of x that satisfies this equation. And in this equation, there is a quadratic expression carrying the power of a quadratic expression that is equal to 1. So together we call it what? An equation. So let's look at how to solve questions like this. So let's write the question. For this to be possible, let us say everything here, let's call it x. Although we are not replacing, but I just want to show you using this to the power of n equal to 1, where x is the base and n is the power. For this to be equal to 1, remember, if we have x to the power of 0, it will give us 1. Any number or any base that is carrying a power of 0 must surely give us 1. So that leads me to the first condition, and that condition is that this power must be 0 for this to be equal to 1. So using this, case 1. So and if this power is 0, it means that everything here will be equated to 0. Remember the first approach I introduced us to, that when you want to solve a quadratic equation, the unknown, write out the unknown. Then I have negative 60 here and positive 4. What are the two numbers I will multiply that will give us negative 60? That if I add them, I will get positive 4. The numbers are 6 and 10. So because this is positive 4, I'm going to give the negative to 6 and positive to the bigger number, such that if I say plus 10 and minus 6, I'll get minus 60. And if I say 10 minus 6, I get 4. And introducing the zero product rule, it means that any of these values can be equal to 0. So therefore, x minus 6 equals to 0, which implies that my x will be equal to 6. Then also, x plus 10 equals to 0, which also implies that my x can be equal to negative 10. So, if the power is 0, the value for x will be 6 or minus 10. So, I'm going to document that somewhere. So, I'm going to call my x1 6. I'm going to call my x2 negative 10. Now, let's look at the second case. In the second case, for this to be 1, our base here must be 1. Remember, 1 to the power of any number. Let us even say the number is even 100. 1 to the power of 100 will still give us 1. So, whatever power you choose, as long as the base is 1, it will be equal to 1. 1 to the power of 1 is still 1. 1 to the power of 1 million is still 1. 1 to the power of any number is 1. We are going to put x here. Everything here represents 1. Therefore, x squared minus 5x plus 5 equal to 1. And if this is equal to 1, I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides to make yet 0. So this becomes x squared minus 5x plus 5 minus 1 equal to 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 will give us 0. So I'm going to write 0. And 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Then we can open two brackets again and put the unknown here, x. Two numbers that if we multiply, we'll get positive 4, and when we add, we'll get minus 5, and simply minus 1 and minus 4, Because if you say minus 1 times minus 1, you get positive 4. And if you say minus 1 plus another minus 1, you get minus 5. Then from this, it means that either x minus 1 equals to 0, which will imply that our x will become 1, or x minus 4 is 0, which will imply that our x will become what? 4. So this gives us our x3 and x4. Let's look at the third case, the third possible reason why this will be equal to 1. This is a bit interesting because for us to obtain 1, it means that the base must be negative 1 and the power must be even. Now, what do I mean? If we make this x to be minus 1, right, and we make the power even. Even means numbers that are divisible by 2. 2 is an even number. If you say minus 1 squared, you are going to get 1. Another even number again is 4. Minus 1 multiplied in 4 places will still give you 1. Another even number again is 6, 8. Right? Even numbers continue like that. It will give you 1 as long as the power is even. Then, using that, what do we arrive at? That means we are going to make this base here to be equal to negative 1. Therefore, x squared minus 5x plus 5 is equals to negative 1. Then simplifying this by adding 1 to both sides, I'm going to have x squared minus 5x plus 6. Because if I add 1 to this side, I will get 0. If I add 1 to this side, I will get 6. Equal to 0. Therefore, put the unknown here, x. Two numbers I will multiply together to get positive 6, and if I add them, I'll get negative 5. They are simply negative 2 and negative 3. And if we equate each of these values to 0, as we have been doing, that means we'll have x5 to be 2 and x6 to be 3. There are two conditions in this case, 8. The base must be minus 1 and the power must be even. So we are going to test using these two values to see which of them will give us the power that will be even. So we want to use 2 and 3. Put x to be 2 or 3. Let us see which of them will give us even number. If x is equal to 2, so let's plug in 2 here. This will be 2 squared plus 4 times 2 minus 60. Let's see what it will give us. 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. And 12 minus 60 is negative 48. This is even. So let's go ahead to test for 3. If x is 3, let's plug 3 into the value for x in the power here. This will be 3 squared plus 4 times 3 minus 60. 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 12 is 21. And 21 minus 60 is negative 39. And negative 39 is not even, right? So this is not obtainable. So it means that the only value that passed the test of even number here is when x is 2. So I will take this as my x5. x5 is equals to 2. Good. But the question did not ask us to find the real values alone. We were asked to find the sum of all the real values. And these are all the real values. So let's go ahead to add them. All the real values here added up together is 6 minus 10, which is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 4 is 1. And 1 plus 2 equal to 3. So the sum of all the real values as we have been told to find out in this question gives us 3. So that brings me to the end of today's class. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so that you can keep getting lovely math challenge like the one we have just done, and also other math challenge that cuts across all kinds of mathematics questions. And don't forget to share this link and this channel with your friends so that we can reach as much people as we can. And don't forget, at Prince Maths Clinic, your success is our concern. Bye for now.